Hello, good morning, good evening, good day, whatever it is for you, and welcome back to our playthrough of Aeon Trespass Odyssey. I'm Emerging Boat. We are on day 72 of Cycle 3, and we're about to do another battle with the Icarian Harpy at level 4. I really wanted to do another battle with the Hypertime Oracle just because I'm really seeking out more cores from the Oracle to have them stocked up for the Returner, because I like the Returner more than I like the Ascender. But we've only done, fewer fights with the Oracle, we've done fewer fights with the Harpy than we have the Oracle. So I wanted to do another recorded battle with the Harpy and use some less crazy equipment, use things that you are more likely to have at this point in the cycle. So it's still very good because we were very late in the cycle, but it's not crazy good. We don't have our Theogonius, we don't have our Truth Bearer, we don't have our Shadow Dancer, we don't have our Dahaka Blade. We're just using, like 2 Devolvers. Like, nah, they're not that powerful, right? They're very powerful. Okay, I wonder if you can actually tell that, like, when I do that, I'm like whispering, like, whatever, I don't know. Sometimes my audio settings, I think, don't convey very well the different things that the different intonations that I am trying to get across. Anyway, let me jump into the loadout view here, and then we will jump into our strategy stuff, and we'll get into the fight. All right, so let's talk a bit about strategy for this one. As usual, well, I say as usual, at this point, after you get the Argo Cryptex beta, you should really be planning on, you should be using that first bonus turn against the Harpy and using that to get off all of your bleeding tokens. I know I talked about this in the last battle with the Hypertime, or the Oracle at level 4. Why do I just keep getting them confused? I talked about this in the last battle with the Harpy at level 4, but it's worth talking about again because there's a lot of ways that you can take care of bleeding tokens in that first bonus turn. We're still using something like the Abyss Thorax that you can use to get rid of an Ambrosia token. Like, this is one of the first pieces of gear that you get in the cycle. The Ice Elixir, again, you get this pretty early on. This can help with removing bleeding tokens. We have the Hyperborean Strain, which would allow us to ignore a bleeding token if it's the only one on you. We have the Nemos over here that allows us to discard a bleeding token. We have Sun Guard that allows us to discard a bleeding token. Like, some of these we're not going to be using all in the first turn, obviously, because they're scattered across different Titans and different Argonauts. But at this point, you really should have a lot of things in your arsenal that can help you remove those bleeding tokens. And like, I go into every first round and I'm like, I don't want predation triggering if I can help it. Because if you can go into that first Titan round already having a wound and not having had to dealt with predation, that's a pretty good start to the fight. We do still have a lot of great gear on right now. There's things that I've tried to optimize for, and there's things that I just haven't been able to optimize for because I wasn't able to think about, like, I don't know, we're at a point where it's like you have so much good gear that, like, there's so many things that you can do with it, but you're going to be limited in certain ways because in some cases it's going to depend on just which Titans you happen to have put these like trauma patterns on, or Kratos patterns, mostly the trauma patterns. Who has what Nemoses, who has what Fated Nemoses. Like, to me, this is where I start to have, like, especially this late in Cycle 3, where Cycle 3 has so much crazy stuff, you start to have these ideas of, like, I wish I could just move these things around and mix and match things and try to, like, min-max all this stuff. And that's where the Menestas Theater, I think, becomes really cool, because you get to, like, actually take all those crazy ideas you had, and it's like, well, okay, what if you were able to move Hypertime Conditioning over to your Earthshaker so that your Earthshaker who's carrying that Devolver in the Time's Arrow can always have their Time Anchor available when they're attacking. There's some things you get to miss out on because you won't be able to use like your level 3 Nemos abilities in the Menestas Theater, because you get a level 2 and a level 1 for everybody. But it's a really cool way to be able to explore all the different different combinations that you can do. But what are the things that I actually tried to optimize for in this fight? I mentioned it at the start. We want to make sure that we're getting off all of our bleeding tokens in that first bonus turn. So the person who's going to be taking that first bonus turn for us is the Ascender, who has Argo Cryptex Beta. They have the Ice Elixir, they have the Abyss Thorax, they have a ranged weapon, so they can actually be able to use their, I'll get into how I'm using some of the Argo abilities too in that first bonus turn, but I switched out my Arrow Barrage ability. I never leave home without it, except today. I'm going to switch it out and just kind of show different ways you can handle things. But I'm, again, optimizing for Ascender to be the Titan that just gets bleeding tokens off of everybody, even considering like, okay, well, what if there's a response that gives you a bleeding token? Hyperborean Strain should be able to account for that as well. I think I have other ways to be able to handle bleeding tokens with the Ascender, but that's that. Also, even though it's really not that important to wound in that first round, or that first bonus turn, like you really just care about the bleeding tokens, and the wounding is mostly for like maybe you're trying to get motivate off or other things, reposition, and get some tokens in the pool. I am using Atlantean Oscillator, and intentionally I'm using a Titan that has auto break 1, so that way we can try to like just increase our chance of wounding by that much more. Let's see what else here. Earthshaker, I am trying to make sure that the Earthshaker is always attacking from their Time Anchor, because that would help them get the most use out of Time's Arrow, which gives them an extra opening break and opening 1, break 1, and hope 1 during their second ability window, as well as they get an extra evasion if they are on their Time Anchor when they get attacked. And so we have somebody like Logic Breaker who has Eye of the Watcher. It's a lot of motivate that, you know, they can use to motivate the Earthshaker into place before their turn, so that the Earthshaker can be on their Time Anchor when they attack. But then on the other hand, there's things that we're not optimizing for. Like there's things that are just kind of a little bit counterintuitive to some of the strategies. For example, Earthshaker, because in the ideal situation, they're generally going to be on their Time Anchor when they're attacking and they're getting motivated into a place to attack, they may not always be using their movement to move. And so maybe I would rather have, maybe better to have the Ascender on in this slot, so they have the access to the level 3 ability for a Night to Remember, because Earthshaker might generally be able to use their movement to get Devolver unexhausted, whereas somebody like Ascender, who needs to use their movement, would really benefit from being able to use the Night to Remember. But then, you know, we have to deal with, well, I want the Ascender to be the Titan that's taking the that first attack there. And they have a danger to start, so that Titan's gonna have the most bleeding, so, and I need the Titan. Yeah, anyway, there's a lot of things to consider. The point is that you got to pick the things you want to optimize for. I think if you've played the game for this long, and you're at this point, you kind of know that, especially within the campaign, you just can't optimize for everything in every battle, and so you're just kind of like picking and choosing, and then, you know, you get to see what things you were right and wrong about just based on the way the AI and BP cards played out. It's probably one of the things that takes me the most time is setting up for a battle and figuring out, like, okay, well, based on the current standing of things, like how do I want to equip Titans, and how do I want to do this strategy? And I just so often get into this loop of like, oh, I want to optimize for this thing. Okay, so then I start getting all this equipment out and optimizing for that. And then I'm like, well, actually, now I want to optimize for this thing too. I start optimizing for that. And then I'm like, oh, I just broke the strategy for how I was optimizing for this other thing. And then I just keep kind of going back and forth in this loop of like never ending, like, oh, let me fix this. Oh, let me fix this and break that. Oh, let me fix this and break that. So I don't know, maybe you have that problem too. Maybe you are just better at thinking about many things than I am. My one brain cell gets bogged down pretty easily. But my one brain cell is also telling me that I really want to get into this battle. So let's go ahead and listen to that brain cell. We need to determine a few things here. Let's determine our primordial facing direction by drawing a minor trauma. Oh, we just lost our bonus attack. Damn, okay. Well, that is meaning we're gonna face the Oracle. I keep calling him the Oracle, her the Oracle, them the Oracle. They are gonna face west. Not northwest, just west. Let's see, what else? Oh, I technically should do Cyclopean Hand Mirror first, I think. But Cyclopean Hand Mirror, we're going to draw our oboe. You live! Woo! I was like, I don't know why. I just felt like that was going to be a you died today. All right, so we put a little marker on our Cyclopean Hand Mirror to decide where they're going to, or just to remember that we have a you live coming out there. Need to roll a die. 1. Okay. Let's see. I think the only other thing that we have to do here is the Argonauts beta. I have my ambrosia with everybody. I've given out the bleeding. I've given the highest bleeding to the Titan with the most danger. I think I'm ready as I'm gonna be. All right, let's gain 2 fate with the Ascender, so they can take their burner's turn with Argonauts beta. Reestablish a time anchor. We're gonna have to deal with the building bleed up, so we're gonna go up and gain another bleeding token. Then that means we're gonna have to draw 4 minor trauma cards. All right, let's go to this view. We'll just do this. All right, let's put these in order. So the rightmost is the top one. Boom, that's coming out. All right, that is staying in place. Oh God, I hate that one. And that's coming out. Okay, so we have 2 pretty crappy minor traumas on top. Let me go ahead. Oh, actually, and before I get into this battle, I was debating if I wanted to save this for the, what's it called? The next adventure video, but if I do that, I'm probably going to forget to do it in that adventure video. I want to show my current resources tab, because I did, if you notice, I have some gear that I have not actually crafted up before this video. So I did retcon a bit and just say that I crafted some of these things beforehand because I wanted to be able to get a decent loadout. Like I needed to craft the Echo Eaters. I actually also had to go back and retcon to the point of that Nubian Traders exploration card that we got in the last exploration video, because I needed some resources that I didn't have access to. So yeah, I did some trading and then just did things that I was needed to be able to get some of the equipment that I have here. So this is the current resources tab. It's significantly lower in some resources. We're down to like 0 cloth flush. We had like 35 or something crazy. Much lower on Siren Shell, much lower on Hyperborean Alloy. Yeah, I kind of wasted it on some, well, not wasted, but I kind of spent it on some things that who knows I'll actually be using again, but whatever. I don't know. I kind of felt weird about doing like that whole borrowing thing that I did before in a video, even though it's just for the sake of the video. But let's see, I think the gear, what was all the gear that I crafted that I didn't have? I had to craft 3 things. This feather shield, this exobone armor, and these Echo Eaters. So anyway, if I remember, I might show that again in the next adventure video. But in case I forget, there it is. So we did our start of turn effects for our Ascender. I think they're actually ready to take their turn now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, slip to 4, and then come back here in 5. We don't slip again because we've already spent all of our movement. And I want it to be very intentional with the positioning, because if the Harpy does something that has pushback as a response, I'll get pushed back south. And I have 1 motivate on the Ascender. That's kind of the main reason I put the Cyclopean Hand Mirror on the Ascender, is so that I could get motivate 1 to be able to motivate the Earthshaker east 1, so they're not adjacent to the Primordial at the start of the Primordial round, because we still have to deal with that level 4 trait of consume all Titans adjacent to the Harpy at the start of the Primordial round. And actually, instead of my normal movement, I wanted to use time dilation here to get the bonus movement. The reason I want to do this is because I want to make sure that I can still do a stop bleeding on myself after I attack. I guess actually, I don't think it really matters that much if I do it after the attack or before the attack. It might a little bit actually. So what we're going to do here is we're going to gain a fate with Ice Elixir. We're going to be gaining so much fate. Going to gain a fate with Ice Elixir to discard up to 2 bleeding tokens. So go down to 2. Then we're going to do Stop Bleeding Other on the Earthshaker. So Earthshaker loses bleeding. Also, I forgot to even be going in on 1 on the first camera here for our Ascender. Do that now. Then I could use my actual movement now to clear off these 2 bleeding tokens, but I want to wait until after the attack and just see if I get any bleeding tokens that way to see if that's going to change how I do things, because at least if I save my movement, I still have the ability to do free actions after my attack. So let's go ahead and just do an attack now. We're going to gain a rage. We have to commit because the Ascender cannot hold 3-handed weapons. Going up to 5 fate already. We have +2, so we're going to need a 7 or higher to hit, but we have the Atlantean Oscillator, so we have 2 dice to try this with. It's going to be an 8, and this one is cocked. So put that off to the side. Nice, that's a 9, so that'll give us the ability to spiral one of these and not have to worry. So let's spiral 1 on our crit die here. Go down to 4 fate. Roll. That's a 5. Okay, so that one misses now, but we still have a hit from our Atlantean Oscillator die. And we're going to get 2 black, 3 red, and auto break 1. And we'll draw our BP1. It's going to be the Sharp Talon Arm. It's going to be an AT of 5 technically, because we have the bonus AT from being at level 4. Instinct is pushback 3 and gain bleeding up to 1. Okay, so we are going to have to deal with pushback and bleeding. Okay. Well, actually, the bleeding doesn't really matter because we have bleeding tokens on us still. That's bleeding up to 1, so I don't think it affects us. Okay, well, this is good because we accounted for both of these things. And at least it's not a signature. Okay, we'll go ahead and roll. We'll have power reroll 2 if we need it. Ooh, let's see, that's 3, 4. All right, so let's reroll this one. Hopefully we get a power symbol. We do not. All right, so we're starting off not wounding, unfortunately. That's okay. We're going to get pushback 3. 1, 2, 3. Then bleeding up to 1, we ignore, and this BP1 will go into our discard pile. Then for our second ability window, we're going to get break 3 from our weapon. Then we'll get black 1, and we have elation 1, so we'll get opening 1. And we have a rouse, so we'll take the rouse. You know what? Actually, hold on. There was no reason I couldn't have just re-rolled that other red die that was like this, right? Let me go back and make sure I have the power roll right. Yeah, okay. I had power re-roll 2, and I could have just re-rolled this red die with no penalty, so... Okay, all right, I'm counting that. That's a wound. I think that's fine. So we get the wound there, which is much better to start off with. So we're going to put that in the pile. We're going to put this over here. It doesn't change our pushback or the response in any way. That at least goes up to 1. Then we do have to account for rapid adaptation as well. And the Devolver is both a bow and a pistol. I actually didn't declare which one I said this was going to be at the start. I should have. Let's say that it was... bow. Why not? Okay, our Kratos tokens don't change. Oh, we have to do our escalation here. So we're going to take out no, not take anything out. We're just adding in a BP2 because that was a BP1 that we wounded. 3, 2, 1, BP2. Take out an AI one. This is the risk with doing a wound before the first primordial round, is that now we're more likely to be drawing an AI2 to start. 3, 2, 1, AI2. Okay, let's go back to this camera. We do need to do cumbersome because I don't think we have anything to ignore that right now. That goes like that. We can also do our reposition 2 first. Let's maybe go like 1, 2 there. Then motivate 1, we're absolutely going to use on our Earthshaker so that they are not adjacent. And that will leave us with the normal movement action that we get from our Titan. And I'm going to use that to clear off. Oh, well, actually, before I do that, we need to use telehealing. Should have done this earlier. To take bleeding off of, or remove bleeding 2 off of the returner. And then we can use our movement to remove the bleeding 2 off of the Ascender. And we did the main thing that we wanted to do, which was make sure we don't have bleeding going into the first primordial round. Way to go, everybody. What collaboration we had there. And that's going to end that bonus turn. We're going to have to get a combat fatigue token with the Ascender because of Argo Cryptex Beta. And then now we are ready for our primordial round. Yay! Oh wait, actually, oh, okay. Deep cut we don't have to worry about because we don't have any bleeding on our Titan at the end of their turn. So that's good. All right, start a primordial round. We don't have to do any devour whole because nobody is adjacent. So we will just draw our AI card. Manic Gutting. Target is Titan and Blind Spot. There is none. Target is closest non-bleeding Titan in front. There is no... Oh, well, no, sorry. Ascender is a non-bleeding Titan in front. So we are going to get attacked with the Ascender. It's going to be a move and then push back 2. 1, 2. Dun, dun. This comes out. It's going to be 4 hits that we have to evade. What are we facing here, though? We don't have to worry about that +2 attack dice or evasion dice. Leading to each hit deals 2 danger and 1 fate. Knockdown. Dang, our Titan cannot avoid knockdown, but I'm sure somebody can inspire them to get back up. Also, they don't have... Ascender doesn't even have a combat action for next round, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, 4, we don't have any bonus evasion, so 8 or higher is what we need. We get none. However, we have at least 1 free reroll. Let's take that 1 reroll. The other 3, oh, actually, each hit deals 2 danger and 1 fate. So right now we're at risk of taking, what, 8 danger and 4 fate? Actually, technically it'd be 9 danger. Oof. I don't know if I want to use fate to reroll any more dice though, because if I have to gain 4 fate here, that's going to put me up to 8 fate. I need to make sure I at least have 1 fate so that I can still commit an attack and be able to use spiral. So I'm just going to reroll this one. If I am able to evade 1 hit, that's nice, but we're not counting on it. Okay. So we don't count on it, we don't get it, and so we're going to get bleeding 2. Ascender is looking kind of haggard at the moment. Bleeding 2, each hit deals 2 danger and 1 fate, so that's going to be 9 danger, bring us up to a 10. That's an obel draw, which we know we're going to survive. Then, and 4 fate, sorry. A 4 fate, wow, okay, well, maybe Ascender is not going to be participating much this fight. We will do our obel draw here. So we have to find our You Live obel. There it is. We found it. It was on top. So we're going to get a rage with the Ascender. Just make him more likely to be targeted. Oh, sorry, I'm just checking. Oh, I could get an extra opening token in the Kratos pool because of our boon. And then we're going to have to shuffle these up. Dun, 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 3, 2, 1. Okay. 5, it's odd, so we'll take it like that. Just put these back on over here. And then we have to suffer knockdown. Grab that card, put you on your side, on your butt. And that will end that attack. Then we'd go to Predator, end of Primordial round. Titan with the most bleeding tokens in sight that has not been attacked this round becomes the target of predation. Well, we don't have any target there, so we skip predation and we are good to go. The start of the Titan round, well, actually these can come out. The start of the Titan round, we are going to swap out our used up time dilation for transient death. This can come off. What else? Oh, we will roll for our cannon shot. I also swapped out our cannon payload to use something that is not as powerful as our adversary payload. So we're going to prime the Stormbreaker. No. Sorry, not Stormbreaker. The Destroyer shot, which allows us to remove a rapid adaptation from the board. Or I say we're going to prime. We're going to try to prime it at least. So let's do this. We need a 6 or higher. 8. We do prime it. That's going to cost us just an Icarian Harpy resource, right? Yeah, okay. Take a look at those. Let's get rid of a feather. All right, so we have that shot ready. We don't need to use it yet. Wait, no. That's not how I want to mark that. There we go. Let's go with Returner next to start this round. Reestablish that time anchor of yours. And we will move 1, 2, then we'll have to continue down 3, 4, diagonal 5, go to 6 here. We're in that blind spot. Let's attack with the Phoenix Xiphos. So we're going to gain a rage. And then we're going to get 2 dice here. It's not deadly, is it? No. All right, I think let's see, we have +3, +4, 5, 6, 7. We just need a 2 or higher here. Boom. That's a 7 and a 1. All right, let's re-roll that 1. Gain a fate for that. It's a 5. So that is a full hit. That'll give us 2 white dice and a red die that we will be hitting with. We get power re-roll 1 that we have potentially more from our Kratos table if we need it. Then we can draw our BP card here. Oh, this is going to be tough. Hollow Eye. AT of 6, but really it's 7. And we're potentially either gaining the sealed condition or getting signaturized. I don't like either of those. Oh, actually it's 8 because we are using... Oh, dang, I probably should have attacked with the Jerusalem, but too late. Okay, let's give this a roll. Not great. Let's see. Oh, well, let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. We can use black, so we'll definitely use black on this. Might as well power reroll this, and we'll keep this. All right, so let's do black on this one. Okay. Not great. Then power reroll on this one. I don't think that's going to be enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Unfortunately, not enough. Okay, so not great luck with our power rolls today. We're going to get the sealed condition here. All right, sorry, returner. It's not so great for you. What are we going to get for our tokens? So we're going to get opening 2, fire 2, 2, fire 2. We have pass. Well, pass 2 actually, so we could pass. Let's pass in 1 opening and 1 break. And then we also get a black and motivate 1. These come out. Motivate 1 we will use on our Earthshaker. And no reposition. I always think that Returner has reposition in their Kratos table for some reason. Maybe it's just a diagonal movement, makes me think of Skyseer, and I'm like, oh, Skyseer reposition. This is going to get discarded, and that ends her turn. Go with Earthshaker next. We just have 1 die they're going to roll with when we attack here. We can hold 3-handed weapons, so we do not have to commit. We'll just gain a rage. So we have +1, +2. Oh, and reestablish your time anchor. That is important for us. Put that back there. You're just back to where you started. +1, +2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 4 or higher. That's a 9. No crit, but I think we'll get one this fight. No auto tokens or anything. Nothing in our first. Oh wait, you do have Inspire 1, so we'll use that to stand up our Ascender. Maybe I should have put Exile's Garb on Returner. Give them some reposition. That probably would have been smarter. Alright, let's get 2 black dice here and 3 red dice. Much better than just 2 white and a red. Yeah, I was really debating on that last attack if I should go with Shalusalam. But I was like, well, if I do that, I'd make the attack with Devolver. Anyway. Oh, and speaking of Devolver, this attack is going to have to be using Devolver as a pistol, so we can use the other on the rapid adaptation board. Draw our BP2. There's another BP2 on top. This is going to be an AT of 7. Yeah. AT of 7. Pull 3. Gain them. Dang, I'm just gaining muffled and sealed left and right. Oh, and it's pull. Dang, I was really hoping for... oh, geez. Okay. I'll have to think about this. Because this could cause some weird stuff to happen. When we need 7 on the dice, and we have no power rerolls except for our black token there. Okay. Oof. 1, 2, 3. Oh, geez. That's gonna be 4, 5, 6 we have on the dice here. We can do black on this. Is it better to use black on the red? Because technically that keeps us at 6. We'd have a 1 in 6 chance if we reroll the red. It's probably, I mean, it can't really be any better with the black. So yeah, maybe we just power reroll or we use the black on the red. Nice. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We needed 7. So we wound. And there is no window of opportunity here, so we are... maybe I should have failed this one intentionally and just left it. Because we might lose the Ascender here. We're going to go pull 1, pull 2, then pull 3. Yeah, because I don't have anything... We don't have, like... anything to avoid this knockdown, right? We don't have tumble with the Ascender. I can't reduce pull with my Earthshaker. Well, alright, well, we're going to see how that goes. So you're going to suffer knockdown, or crash and knockdown. So you're going to gain a danger, you have to do an obol draw. So let's do that. This obol draw is for Ascender. You died. I almost certainly want to use the second chance here, so let's just do that. I can use second chance while I'm knocked down. Okay. So take that off. Let's these shuffle them around. Ah. Not paying attention, talking out loud, so I'm not thinking about. Why is my camera light blinking? Oh, probably because it's low on battery. I don't have it plugged in. Give me 1 second. Ah. I don't even think I paused the video, did I? No, I did not. Okay, is that... The camera's still running. Let me pause the video so I can make sure this is fine. All right, I let it charge for a minute there, so hopefully we'll be okay. Continue shuffling these. 3, 2, 1. Okay, roll a die. Odds, this one goes down below. We'll draw this one. You live! All right, just gain another rage with the sender, why not? Just make him angry that he can't do anything right now. Let's draw. Shuffle these around again. 3, 2, 1. Okay. 1. That goes on the bottom. Stick these over here this time. And then you need to suffer unavoidable knockback. You're moving there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is unavoidable knockback. Yeah. You should actually be facing the target of the pull, I think. And Earthshaker should be there. Okay, so this is actually, this worked out at least in terms of not having people get screwed from the Devour Whole trait. This is, oh, and then we need to get muffled as well. All right, muffled. This goes into our wound stack. We're only at 2 wounds. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I'll get a BP3 in here. 3, 2, 1. BP1. And we will take out an AI2 and put in an AI3. It should not be our ultimate. Yeah, it's not the ultimate. Next card is not the ultimate either. Okay, 3, 2, 1, AI1. All right, that's nice. Oh, and then rapid adaptation. We did bow. I'm sorry, we did pistol, so we're there. Let's go back to resolving this stuff. We'll do our motivate and movement things second, but first let's do our normal Kratos tokens. We used up all of our fire. We're gonna get break 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh darn, I can't use level 3 of a Night to Remember for this because I have muffled now. Damn. That will exhaust, so that we still have the reposition from that. Oh, we also have opening 1, break 1, hope 1, because we attacked from our time anchor. Opening 1, 1, hope 1. I think it really matters about where you initiated the attack from, not that like you're still on it. Yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't remember if that's been like confirmed or not, and I don't feel like looking it up right now. Then we will get 1 more break, another opening from our Kratos table. And these come out. Take that away, take that away. And I'd really like to end my turn on the green anchor. But I don't think I can do that with reposition, because I think even with like 1, 2, I have reposition 4 right now, and I think Slippery is still going to make me fall off. Like, I don't think I can say, oh, I only want to use reposition 3 and just end on that space. I don't think that's how reposition works with Slippery. So maybe let's just reposition here. And then if we end up getting targeted with Earthshaker, maybe it'll be a pushback 2. I think pushback 2 seems to be pretty common. Yeah, I don't know how confident I feel in this. But Oh, and then we can use movement still. So we use movement to get this back. And muffled and sealed can only be resolved at the beginning of your turn. Yeah, start of turn. It's unfortunate. Oh, can I have... Let's see, it was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have, instead of... Maybe instead of using my movement to get Devolver back, maybe I want to use Earthshaker to get adjacent to the Ascender. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm not using my last charge of telehealing. All right, so we were here. Go back to the screen. This would still be exhausted. We use reposition 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll use movement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, but then by ending there, I've already used my movement and my attack, and I can't actually do a free action. So I think I'm going to say never mind. And we'll just go back to our original plan. Yeah, I think unfortunately it means I'm going to have to use my last charge of telehealing if I don't want Ascender to get targeted by predation. Earthshaker did place at least 5 tokens, so he can lose 1 fate. Oh, and Earthshaker also did not use his movement to move. Oh, wait, no. If you didn't voluntarily move, lose 1 fate. Okay. Then let's go with, oh, sorry, Ascender needs that. Shoot, I think this also means I can't get rid of that fatigue token on the Ascender. Damn. That really stinks. Well, before the Ascender's turn, let's use telehealing. So that we remove bleeding. Then we'll go with the Ascender, reestablish your time anchor. And then flip over to the opposite side of knockdown. End your turn. Oh, and this should be off. We already used that. And lastly, we'll go with Logic Breaker. Stand up and reestablish your time anchor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that ends your turn. And do I want to just use a charge at that cannon? Okay, sorry. The camera died again there because I think it was like too close to being dead while it was charging. So hopefully it should be okay now. I think we were just about to go into the Primordial round here. Oh, I was deciding if I wanted to use that charge of the 13th Muse Grand Cannon. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's take it off of... bow. So it's used up. All right, and we already lost the resource for it, so we don't have to do it again. But now we can do this. Take that off. Telehealing is done. And we can draw our next AI card. We have Tentacle Suffocate. Target is non-bleeding Titan in sight. Well, that's going to have to go to Ascender because Ascender is the priority target. So yeah, we might be about to lose the Ascender right now. Ooh, and it's going to be an appear behind. That's going to be annoying for positioning. And we're about to get the damn muffled card. All right, appear behind. Oh, well, actually, I mean, if Ascender dies, then at least we won't have to worry about getting muffled. It's going to be 3 dice at 9 or higher. We don't have any armor. Oh, shoot, I didn't... on my last attack against the Ascender, I don't think I didn't use armor to reduce the danger gain. Whoops. Oh well, that'll make it harder for us. Is going to be 3 hits. We get 1 free reroll. That is still a hit. Bleeding 1, although I don't think this is going to matter. Well, actually, it will matter if we bring him back to life. Though I may not bring the Ascender back to life. We'll see. Bleeding 1. Then each hit deals 2 danger. That is going to be, what, 7 danger total? Bringing us up to 16 danger, meaning that we have to gain our You Died Horribly card. Take this and shuffle this in. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Then we will roll our die. 6 mod 3 is 0, so we don't rotate. Boom. You live, baby. Let's go. Gain another rage. Do I want to? Sure, why not? Why the heck not? Take these. Shuffle them up. 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3 mod 3 is 0. Oh gosh, sorry. I saw the bottom of the card, so I have to reshuffle these. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's cocked. 10, that is 1. So now this is on top. And we do need to gain muffled after all. I'll go there. And that's going to end that attack. Not terrible, but annoying that 3 of our 4 Titans have muffled / sealed. No other Titans have bleeding, and also Ascender gets to ignore that 1 bleeding token anyway. So we don't trigger predation, and we are now back in a Titan round. Let's see. I will roll for our cannon shot here. 6 or higher. It's a 9. That does prime. Back to being primed. I'll wait to use the resource until I actually use the shot. Let's start with Returner. Do I care about? No, I actually don't want to lose fate with her and try to go 2nd or 3rd with her because I'm about to lose fate from sealed, hopefully. Start of turn, you may draw. Well, first, let's reestablish time anchor. Okay. Start of your turn, you may draw and resolve a grave trauma. If you do, discard this condition and lose 2 fate. Draw our grave trauma here. There will be a reckoning. I've gotten this a lot recently. Add You Died Horribly, Obel to the Obel deck. That is already in there. Can't hurt me like I hurt myself. That felt darker than it meant to be. Okay, so this is going to get discarded. We're going to lose 2 fate, and I have to be careful because I don't want to go down to 0 fate with Returner. So sealed comes out, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll do free action to remove bleeding from Ascender. And I think I actually want to use Jerusalem on this one. Doesn't have as good as precision, but I kind of care more about being able to get some of the rapid adaptation tokens down this way instead of like piling everything up here, because most of my weapons are putting stuff up in that area. Plus, if I have to reroll dice, I gain fate, and like I'm okay with getting a little bit of fate buffer for the Returner. So let's do that. Let's gain a rage. We'll attack with Jerusalem. We're going to have +1, +2. It's +4 to hit, so we need 5 or higher. Oh gosh, nope, that doesn't count. Didn't mean to roll that. Boom. That is a crit miss and only 1 hit. Do we have anything for a crit miss? We do not. Okay, so that'll hit. I will spend 2 fate to reroll both of these. And crit, baby. Nope. Okay, well, full hit, right? +1, +4 total, and we need 9 or higher. Nice. All right. That's acceptable. I will agree to these terms and conditions. No auto tokens, right? We are using Jerusalem. Do we have any other first ability things? No, okay. Draw our BP card. Exo Ribcage, AT value of 6, which means we're actually going to be at 8 because of rapid adaptation and the bonus AT, so we have to get 8. That's crazy for a BP1. What the hell are we doing here? And perform signature against the attacker if we wound. Boo. All right, this is going to be 3 black and 1 red. Do this one at a time. Seems to be better luck for me in general. It's probably not good enough. That's definitely not good enough. Let's do the red next. 2 power. Okay. It's a little cocked. I'm counting it though. I don't think this is enough. What? That's... Actually, maybe it is. 2, 4, 5, 6, because I hope. 7, 8. Nice. So that's going to wound, and we will get signature against the attacker. Put that down here so I don't forget. Put this in our wound stack. We're going up to 3 wounds, and we will get a BP2 into our pile. There's a BP2 that we failed to wound earlier, right? Yes. Okay, 3, 2, 1, BP2. Before I forget, rapid adaptation goes on shield. AI Juan comes out. AI Tuhu goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI 2. And we'll clear these out, but we have pass to worry about, so don't take from this pile, emerging boat. From our Shalusalam, we will get Hope 1, opening 2. Opening 2, Hope 1. Then we're at 3 rage with no rouse, so we can get 2 pass, a black, and a motivate. Oh, and an inspiration. Well, I forgot we actually have inspire from our Kratos table. Oh, that could have... I could have used that last round. I don't think it would have actually changed anything. Okay. Why? I just, like, forget everything that's on Returner's Kratos table. Alright. Let's get our black token. We'll probably end up using 2 break for the pass. Don't have any reposition, which I would like to have. Maybe for the motivate one, we'll just go here, because I think we're going to have to use either... for Ascender, we're going to have to use a Charge of Chronosphere warning system so he doesn't get stepped on again. Okay. I think that's everything. These come out. Comes out. That's the end of your turn, but we do need to do our signature against the attacker. So we're going to regurgitate. Regurgitate. Put that there. And then we have a move and push back 2. Before we do that, we will use a Chronosphere warning system charge in that window of opportunity to go, you are knocked down standing up. So you can do this. Move that here. Go 1, 2, what, push back 2, right? 3, yeah, because then you'll be 2 spaces away from the Primordial for, well, actually, I don't even think I'll be attacking with the sender unless I wanted to use time skip, which I probably won't. Although we'll see. It's a possibility. Oh, also knockdown standing up can go away from the Ascender. Push back to 1, 2. 1, 2. We have 3 hits we need to evade. We will obviously be using Shalusalam for our defensive weapon here. We need 10 or higher. None of those are 10s. I do get 3 free rerolls. Boom! Oh, that was almost a 10. That was almost 2 evades. But alas, we just get... Oh, actually, I could have gotten a full evade. You know, damn, you stopped me from getting a full evade. But that's okay. I've had some pretty lucky rolls with evasions in the past, so we'll take this. Bleeding 1. Get one of my many bleeding cards over here. Bleeding 1. And each hit deals 2 danger. Do I want to block 1? It's annoying that Exobone armor can't like reduce bleeding to 0. I am not going to block 1. We're at risk of taking, what, 5 danger right now. So we need to roll our 2 armor dice that I'm going to remember to do this time. No danger reduction. I'm actually okay with that. I was kind of hoping to stay above 4 danger so I could get the crit evade effect from Jerusalem. So we're at 5 danger now. It's going to be a major trauma as my music picks up. And major trauma... I'm forgetting anything. I am not. Gain 2 fate. Okay, I wanted to build up that buffer fate with Returner. This is a little bit too much buffer. All right. Not the worst though. Could be worse. Could be worse. Oh, then we have to deal with this after attack knockback. And we're going to gain a danger from, what's it called? Deep cut. Do I want to use my reflex on this? No, let's save it. Both Earthshaker and Logic Breaker have Inspire, so we'll just take the knockback. Knockback here. We will gain a danger from Crash. Do we have Tumble? No, we have a temporal reflex. That's okay. I don't really need to use it. I don't want to risk needing prototype Trespass device and having it exhausted. We crashed into an iceberg, so we'll get an ambrosia as well. Actually, I think technically my turn ended before. This is kind of the weird thing with the timing of an attack response and the like a Titan's turn ending as soon as they complete their second action. So yeah, I'm gonna say I don't actually get a danger from Deep Cut. We'll balance that out with the fact that I didn't use my armor dice from Ascender earlier on. Oh, and then I need to gain the knockdown card for Returner as well. Here we go. We have one right here. Boom. I could go next with Logic Breaker, attack, motivate Earthshaker into place so that he can attack without moving and attack from his time anchor, but I think that's a little risky with potentially leaving us vulnerable to losing Titans to Devour Whole. So I'm going to play a little bit safer. I'm going to go first with Earthshaker here. Activate you. Reestablish your time anchor. And then let's move 1, 2, 3. I can move beside or behind Returner. I think either way, if there's pushback here, I would need kind of hurt Returner either way. I'll just go here. I don't feel like thinking about this. We will. Oh, sorry. We're gonna go back here real quick. We need to resolve Muffled. And draw a major trauma. And even though even if we had the ability to use second chance, we wouldn't be able to use second ability from Fall from Eden. So whatever. Counter attack! You may immediately move up to 3 spaces. Yes, we get to move too, so we actually get to use this bonus attack. Fuck yeah. Move to 3 spaces and perform a bonus attack exclamation point. Emphasis on that exclamation point. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Let's go 1, 2, 3. My time anchor still gets reestablished, although it's a start of turn effect. Technically, I think I could say that, well, actually, it wouldn't even matter because it wouldn't apply for the bonus attack here anyway. So whatever. I'm just going to say the time anchor gets established there. We will attack with the Devolver. Ooh, and I have, this could be bad, honestly. Because I have muffled, I can't gain fate, which means I can't use fate to reroll dice here. Which, no bueno for me, because we could potentially full miss here. Let's hope we don't do that. We need a 5 or higher. 9, let's go. Let's go. That could have sucked, but it didn't. What else here? No auto tokens, right? Yeah, I think that's right. So we're gonna get 2 black, 3 red. Let's use these black. And we are attacking with this as a bow. Although, actually, I wonder if I shouldn't have even used... Oh, no, I do still have this primed. Okay, so we'll be okay. I can still make another real attack during my turn. All right. We'll draw our BP card here. It is the Wedge Head. AT value of 8. Ooh. That means we're going to be dealing with AT value of 10, right? Yeah. Ooh, that is very high. Oh, come on. I don't want to have to gain the muffled condition again. All right. Oh, gosh. Losing a die. Die down. All right. There we go. Die recovered. And we're on our way to rolling one at a time here for dramatic effect. That's a 1. That's not good enough. Okay. That is 3 total so far. That's not good enough. I don't even know how many power. I only have 1 power reroll and we have a black. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. I'm sure we'll need to use that black at least. 2, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 7, 8, 9 from the hope. Okay, so we just need to use the black. I think we're gonna have to use the black on the red. Come on, baby, please, let's go. All right, my bad luck with re-rolling reds maybe is starting to turn around, knock on wood. Because for a while, it felt like just every time I re-rolled a red, it was shit. That wounds, we're going to gain bleeding up to 2. Okay, we'll do that. Bleeding 2. Then Harpy moves to the center of the board. Oh, we're going to need to use some getting people out of the way here. If we reflex the logic breaker, is that enough? We reflex to here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I'm counting. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay, so logic breaker then gains a fate and has to use Argo Cryptex Gamma. I wonder if I should have used, I probably should have brought some other reflex. Also, why did I put multiple reflex on Earthshaker? That was a last minute change I did before the battle, and I just realized that was a little silly. Ooh, but here's how we can make it not so silly. If we gain a fate during that same window of opportunity, go 1, 2, 3. We just have to be on a time anchor during our attack, not on our time anchor. And I can still attack from here. Okay. You need to face that way. Oh, I should have used Inspire 1 during the first ability window. Forgive me as I retcon that. Returner is no longer knocked down. I can grab that card. Okay, then I also need a rapid adaptation token onto bow. And we'll take this, put it in our wound pile. That is 4 wounds. 4 wounds, and a BP3 is going in. 3, 2, oh gosh. 3, 2, 1. BP1. Ooh. AI2 comes out. AI3 goes in. Still no ultimate. Nice. Okay, 3, 2, 1. AI3. You. That comes out. That comes out. We're going to get break 3. 1, 2, 3. We still can't use, like, muffled is still not resolved, so we won't be able to use a night to remember. Oh, shoot. Muffled is still not resolved. That means I can't have used Pursuer Ultimatum during that window of opportunity. That's okay, I have reposition though. So actually I think it's probably good that I can't do that because I didn't really need to. So I will end up using what reposition 4. We'll just go there. This is going to get exhausted. We didn't initiate the attack on a time anchor, so we don't worry about time's anchor. What else here? We have a break and an opening from a Kratos table. See, maybe it's good then that we got a lower level BP. So our Kratos pool is good, not great. Anything else from our second ability window? No rouse. Nope, okay, I think we're good. So now we finally finish resolving Muffled. Discard this condition card and lose 1 fate. I also wonder, I'm actually still waiting on the answer from ITU, because I posted in Discord a little while ago. But I don't think they've done the Q&A yet where my question would have been in. Yeah, okay, they have not done a Q&A recently. I think the next one will be today, post it later today maybe. Because with Muffled, what camera am I on right now? Go to this real quick. I know I've like had some confusion about this before, because it's like, okay, well, when is the Muffled actually resolved? Like for the case of counterattack, it says you can perform a bonus attack. Is it like, is the what's it called? Trauma card actually resolved as soon as I initiate that bonus attack? Because there's nothing on here that like depends on me finishing that bonus attack. So then this isn't actually this is fully resolved, and then this is fully resolved, so maybe I don't actually have Muffled going into the attack. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna play it that I had Muffled until the end of that attack. I think that's the safest way to play it. Maybe not safest for my Titan, but safest in terms of it's the hardest. So I don't know. But we can lose a fate there. Oh, and we placed 5 tokens, so we're definitely at 0 fate. That's pretty cool. Pretty nifty. Go back to this, and now I am wondering, I have a couple of options here, because I could use a Night to Remember to unexhaust the Devolver, and then use my movement to get the bleeding tokens off myself. But actually, I think I'll be able to get the bleeding tokens off using another Titan fairly easily, because I'm still undecided if I want to use time skip so the Ascender can attack this round. So yeah, all right. I'm not going to use Night to Remember for that. I will just use movement to unexhaust this. Okay, but this also means I don't have any free actions at the end of my turn. Is that going to bother me? I mean, probably, but we'll deal with it. We also, in order for me to do this attack, I will need to spend my other charge that I have for that cannon, so that I can remove a rapid adaptation token from the board. It means we gotta now go in and lose another feather. And I may just have to finish this Titan round and then go to work and finish this later. But let me do an attack here. Another one. Gain a rage, no fate. We will need a 6 or higher. I didn't have any other way to get an extra opening token here, so still a risk of a full miss, but hopefully we don't. 6 or higher, 8. 8 is great. I love it. Nothing for the first ability, nobody to inspire. Okay, let's draw our BP card. Feathered back. I'm not buying that I'm shooting this guy with a gun, this harpy here with a gun, and just, I don't know, is this like, what is that gun movie where they're like able to like curve the bullets by just like, yeah, physics. What's the acceleration you would need on your, well, I mean, even then it's like, you're not, whatever, I don't know. You need to actually put some kind of like weird spin on the bullet for it to actually do that. Did Mythbusters? Mythbusters probably looked at that. They're like, I mean, this is bullshit. We're not even gonna consider this. But maybe they did. Anyway, somehow we're shooting the feathered back of this harpy with our devolver, and we had to deal with an AT value of 7. Let's grab these 2 reds and these 2 black. No, actually, I'm gonna put that one back. No, I'm gonna put this one back. I like these 2. 3 reds, 4 reds. No, 3 reds. Emerging boat, no cheating. Done that enough this cycle. Boom. 2, 3. What was that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Gain bleeding up to 1. Haha! I'm already bleeding more than that, so I don't have to worry about that. And move to the center of the board. You already did that, you dumbass. What a terrible, terrible set of reactions to do back-to-back for you. For me, it's great. I love it. That is going to get wounded, bring us up to 5 wounds. We get another BP2 in our deck here. 3, 2, 1. BP3 on top. Why? I'm just curious. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that makes sense. I just want to make sure that I like escalated correctly here. 4. Okay. I was like, when I was supposed to add a BP3 into the deck, did I accidentally add a BP2? I don't think I did though. AI1 comes out. AI2 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI2. Rapid adaptation goes on bow. We go back to green. These go back here. And we are on a time anchor that we initiated our attack from. So now we're going to get what, break 3. Then opening, break, hope. Opening, break, hope. And then another opening, 2 break, and a black. Opening, wow, that's a lot of break. 2 break, and a black. That's really good timing with our BP3 at least. Then, instead of using cumbersome, when you're about to exhaust a card, ignore this exhaust. I'll gain 2 fate to ignore that. And then we placed 5 or more Kratos tokens in our Kratos pool, so we're going to lose a fate. And then we will reposition 1, 2 to be back on our time anchor so that we will be able to benefit from the bonus evasion from Feather Shield. Actually, I don't want to do that because that will put me in a bad position. Well, it depends. If I want to attack with the Ascender this round, then I want the Earthshaker to stay here. If I'm okay with Ascender not attacking, then I can move Earthshaker. Let's plan on Ascender not attacking, because I don't think I'm going to be able to kill the Harpy this round. Yeah, I'm not going to be going. I'm not going to be able to unless I get like a bonus attack from a BP and just draw two, like wound 2 BP3s. Yeah, anyway, unlikely. So let's not plan on attacking with the Ascender. And that'll end Earthshaker's turn. And then we'll have to go with the Logic Breaker. And I'm going to be completely honest, I totally forgot that he had Fear. I really wish I had some more opening tokens in the pool. All right, well, we'll deal with it. We'll see how this goes. Reestablish your time anchor. Have I been reestablishing everybody's time anchors? I think so. I think I have. I'm a little worried about if I get pushed back here and attack from the blind spot, that is going to be putting the Harpy maybe a little out of reach from other people. Could be bad. And I'm just going to have to accept that I might have to deal with predation this round, because there's also a chance that Logic Breaker gets bleeding tokens, and I may not be able to deal with that. Alternatively, I could attack with Ascender. I wouldn't expect to kill the Harpy this round, but Ascender would have a better chance at wounding. Oh, what am I thinking? Ascender wouldn't be able to wound. There's no chance because of rapid adaptation. All right, yeah, whatever. So let's just do this. Let's just have fun with it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting the blind spot just so we have a little bit more precision. All right. I'm also going to stand up again so I can spend a fate and use hyper time conditioning so I can reestablish my time anchor so that we are attacking from our time anchor, which means that we get an extra attack die with the Echo Eaters. Yay. We are going to have a total of +3. Oh, and we need to commit with these. Ah, that's annoying. All right. So we're going to have +3 precision overall. Means we're going to need 6 or higher. We're going to gain a rage to attack. We have 6 dice we're going to be attacking with, and we need 6 or higher. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move these out of the way. All right, 6 or higher. Boom. Okay. Half good, half bad. We'll take these 3 hits. Oh man, I could gain 3 fate and reroll 3 of them. How much fate do I expect to be losing from just... just 1. As they used to say in ancient Greece. Fuck it. Gaining 3 fate. We're going to reroll all 3 of these, and we're just going to get a whole... We're just going to get 3 10s right here. No, not quite. So we're going to get 4 red dice from our weapon. And then we have an extra 1 from our Titan. Ooh, don't like this. How many rerolls do we have? We'll be able to have the black and then 1 power reroll from our Kratos table. We have Inspire. We didn't need to use that. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. Okay, it's not terrible. Ontological Plumage. Instinct is gain the sealed condition card. Damn. Just seeing a lot of sealed this battle. All right, so this is going to be effectively an AT value of 8. We don't have to worry about any bonus AT from rapid adaptation because this is a knife, correct? Yes, this is a knife. All right, I feel pretty good about this. I'm going to do 1 at a time. All right. Boom. We can do better, guys. Come on. All right, I like that. We have plenty of breaks, so that's totally fine. All right, like I said, we can do better. Boom. Oh, that might be enough. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. That is enough. I could benefit from overbreak, and I think even if I do... I should be okay even if I do black, right? Because even if I land on this side, I still get to use my hope. So I will be able to get 1 power from this regardless. Yeah, all right, I think that's true. We're gonna use black on this. to see. Okay, so I don't think, yeah, we don't overbreak it all. We just get exactly what we need. That's okay. That's only one. I'm not going to get like any break tokens in the pool potentially. Wow. Gain sealed condition. It's okay. I wasn't going to be able to gain any more fate anyway. These will come out, and this is no crit, so put this here for now. Generic double wound. Go there, go up to 7 wounds. And remove the lowest. Probably still have a 1 in here. Yeah, that'll come out, replaced with another 3. I would like for this to be a 2, 3, 2, 1. Nice, BP2. Oh, and then this will go on the bottom. AI 2 comes out. No, AI 1. We established this. AI 1 comes out, AI 3 goes in, surely the next card. Oh my gosh, still no ultimate. Is the ultimate our last card? 3, 2, 1. AI 3. At some point I'm really gonna have to fix the, I know there's like some delay from my microphone to my video. I feel like it's a little bit more noticeable on the dice cam. At some point I should actually fix that though. What were we? Blue. We need blue. Oh, I gotta move my rapid adaptation. Probably this. And we will clear this out. Our pool is gonna look a lot worse. We're gonna get opening 4, reposition 4. Looks fine for opening tokens. Cannot use break from Argo Cryptex Gamma because it's exhausted. We do get a rouse. All riled up. We'll get to place an extra opening because of Circe Guards, boon. And that's it. We get to lose a fate. That's nice. But yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and we do lose fear. So this comes off and we get a positive precision token. Forgot about gaining positive precision tokens from fear. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't even showing this. These will come out. That comes out. That goes away. Move this back over here. You went. So we can get rid of that. Oh, and then we have motivate and reposition as well. We have what? Motivate 2 and 1, then reposition 4. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 for reposition. Then for motivate, I'm gonna have to, for Ascender, I'm gonna have to use movement to get next to Earthshaker. Oh, actually, what do I forgot I have bleeding on both Earthshaker and Returner. Do I want Earthshaker to get attacked instead since he has no danger? Probably. So let's have you motivate 2 there. I don't think I'm going to use the other motivate. Yeah, all right. I think I'm good there. And then lastly, we'll go with the Ascender. Reestablish your time anchor. We're going to use. Oh, sorry. I always forget this. Well, I haven't done anything yet. So we need to resolve muffled. Draw a major trauma. Boom. Boom. Oh, gain this card in the priority target token. While you have this card, you cannot lose this token. Pretty much no effect. We were high enough in rage that we probably weren't going to be losing it anyway. Okay, we've been getting fairly lucky with our trauma draws here. Then we're going to lose a fate. It's nice. Just there. Then we'll use movement to get our things back. Ooh. Does this? Wait. I can't think through this. I was trying to think if there's something I could do with the motivate and trying to be able to have. So Ascender is going to use stop bleeding other to get the bleeding off of Returner. I was trying to think if there's a way that I would have been able to motivate Earthshaker to be next to Ascender. So Ascender could be adjacent to both the Returner and Earthshaker, and then we could get rid of all of our bleeding tokens, but I don't think that's possible, and I just don't have time to think through it right now. So we're just going to say, screw it. We're doing this. And this we'll get rid of because we're going to use our combat action to remove it. And that's going to end our Titan round. And I need to go to work. This is going to come off. All right, so when we come back, I think everything is resolved for end of Titan round. When I come back, because I don't know, maybe you're going to go somewhere else and you're going to pause it too. So good luck with whatever you're about to do. But when I get back, we will do our AI3 that's on top. Oh boy, but it's not the ultimate. See you shortly. Okay, I just wrapped up work. Let's see if we can wrap up this fight really quickly by just skipping the Primordial round. No, I wish. We'll draw this fun AI3. Is there anything else I forgot to do? Probably, but we're gonna move on. We have Tear to Pieces. Target non-bleeding Titan in sight. Let's see, we have 3 of our 4 Titans are non-bleeding, including our beautiful, lovely punching bag, the Ascender. All right, move and push back 3. Yeah, we're the priority target, so we have to take this deck, if that was not clear. Move and push back 3. Oh, also, I have not been tracking how many trauma cards I've drawn with the Ascender. It's been, what, at least 2? Maybe more, but it's been at least 2 because, actually maybe it's only been 2 because we had the Obol and we had Marked for Death. So let's put a little counter on here. I don't think it's impacted us. Yeah, because we didn't attack with him last round, so we're okay. Move and push back 3 and attack. So we have infinite movement, so it doesn't matter. Just go straight down, then push back 3. 1, 2. Oh, should I use Chronosphere warning system so Returner doesn't have to reflex? Sure. Let me look at the rest of this card before I make that decision. If the attack hits, draw an Obol, add 1 you died card as if you, okay. After attack, bleeding 2, and then we are going to have to trigger Predation, which will go after Earthshaker. Predation is a move and attack without pushback. Yeah, okay, I don't think I really feel that bad about using the last charge of Chronosphere warning system here. Hopefully fight should be over soon. So what if I go push back 3 there? That seems fine. Move and then push back 3. 1, 2, 3. So while I'm looking, I think I probably should have gained 2 danger from Deep Cut with the Earthshaker. So let's just do that now. I'm sure some of these videos are probably frustrating to watch because like I forget a rule and then, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of rules that I'm like just outright forgetting and not thinking about it till the end of the fight, or I just don't even notice it. But I'd probably be a little annoyed like watching the videos and being like, oh, we forgot something, but then he corrected it 30 minutes later. I don't know, but sorry, that I can't help it. I am flawed, and that's okay. We're gonna have to do 3 evasion rolls here because we are at level 3 or higher, and we're at 7 or more fate. Do 2 positives make a negative? The attack hits, draw an Obol. For each hit, add 1 you died. card as if you crossed a massive danger threshold for this draw only. Ooh. All right, honestly, I kind of hope we take all these hits. All right, boom. I'm gonna use my free reroll on the one evasion. I hope this works out so it makes sense. If you know, you know. Okay, that's cocked. 2. All right, darn, all of them hit. So we are going to have to draw an obol for each hit. Add 1 you died obol as if you crossed the massive danger threshold. So 3 hits is gonna, 1 hit would be 14 or more, 2nd hit would be 18 or more, 3rd hit would be 21 or more. So we already have the 14 or more, that's the You Died Horribly card in there, so we need to add our other 2. All right, yes. Your gruesome death becomes legend and your death transcends reality. Okay, let's grab all these. Give these a good shuffle. We're gonna have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in here now. All right, I have a 20% chance of getting the one that I want. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Then 3 mod 5 is remainder 2. Okay. Is this going to be the one that I want? Do I have a second chance? I do not have second chance. Come on, be the one that I want. You're the one that I want. No! Dang it, it's not the one that I want. Roll a d10. On a 10, you awaken instead. All right. Let's roll. That's a 6. I mean, 6 kind of rhymes with 10. I don't know. Look, I'm trying to find straws to grasp at here, and there's not really much there. Yeah, that's going to be you died. If you die at the end of battle, roll in the Fate Worse Than Death special event table. But I think we'll be able to ignore that because of transient death. All right, so now we need to take out. Oh man, if we rolled a 5 or a 10, we would have. Never mind. I'll stop talking. Your gruesome death becomes legend. Those come out, so these should be the only 3 that we have in here. Three, 2, 1. Okay. Boom. 6. That divides evenly. So let's put those over there. These come out. And what next here? So we die because we'll have to use transient death as a free action, or actually we could do it as in a window of opportunity. Hey, on the bright side, we don't have to worry about bleeding too. So that will end that attack. Put this in our AI discard pile. And now we have to trigger Predator because we have Earthshaker with 2 bleeding. Grab that. No, not signature. Sorry. We need our Predation card. And Earthshaker is our lucky winner. And we just have to do a little turn and swipe. A little turn and swipe. We'll get 3 dice. I'm feeling this 1 here. We have 2 evasion, 1 from our Exile's Garb, 1 from being on our Time Anchor while we have the Feather Shield. So we need an 8 or higher to evade. Boom. Come on. I feel like I've rolled, like 6 is like my favorite number to roll in these evasion rolls. I don't know why I enunciated it like that. Yeah, I've been rolling a lot of 6s on these evasion rolls. We can reroll all of them actually. All right, come on. Boom, that is 1 evasion, 2 dumb dice. We will spend a fate to block 1. Do I want to gain 2 fate here? Nah, that's okay. Yeah, so this will get exhausted then. And I'm only going to take 1 hit, which is going to be 3 danger, I think. Yeah, 3 danger. So we go up to 5 danger, which will be a trauma major. Let's just do another bonus attack real quick. How about that? No. 6 danger, still a major trauma. All right, and this gets shuffled in, right? Okay. 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to split it 2 because sometimes when I shuffle, the bottom cards just end up back on top. No! Damn, that is like, what, the 5th time I've gotten sealed or muffled this fight? Damn! That is insane. I'm really paranoid about having to draw a... what's it called? Oh my gosh, what's the really terrible... Why am I blanking on it? Disemboweled. And then we'll gain bleeding 1. So we're up to 3 bleeding tokens. We don't have anything to prevent that, right? No. But that'll end Predator. And we're hopefully going into our final Titan round here. The funny but also dumb thing is that I think if I use Transient Death right now, I'm going to have to draw another Opal. Because I'm gonna basically respawn underneath the Primordial, which is gonna cause crash, which is gonna make me draw or go up in danger. And I get Opal draws at 10 danger. That's just funny. Oh man, the other why didn't I bring my piece of equipment that does quantum? Why the heck did I forget about that? Why did I put 2 things of like different types of reflex on the Earthshaker and not bring the dang Enigma of Transformation? Damn it. That was so dumb. Okay, well, let's see. We can't go, or we can't wound with Logic Breaker. We'll at least need to take a turn with Logic Breaker to get sealed off of him so we don't get another damn Fated Nemos. Although at least Cersei is retiring soon. I could go with Earthshaker, but I'd like the Harpy to be a little bit away from him so he can attack from his Time Anchor. Oh, well, I could have used, I mean, do I want to use like Pursuer Ultimatum or something like that from what? There is a window of opportunity here on Bleeding 1. Yeah. Do I want to have done that? I think I'd rather go with Returner first, actually. Not that I think she's more likely to wound. I think she's probably less likely to wound. Maybe we go with her and get some bleeding tokens off of Earthshaker first. Ooh, okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I will have reflexed with Earthshaker, gain 1 fate. Go here. And then we will go first with Returner. Re-establish your Time Anchor. Activate you, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do free actions, stop bleeding. We reduce Earthshaker's bleeding count from 3 to 1. Oh, also another retcon, as I'm reading through abilities. Returner should have lost a fate at some point for surviving, what, the major trauma? This isn't going to leave great tokens in the pool, but it'll be better than what we have now. Yeah, all right, whatever. Let's just attack with the Phoenix Xiphos. So gain a rage. And we will attack. We have +3, +4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we just need to not get a 1. That's a 4 and a 3. I'm not going to bother re-rolling anything here because I don't think I'm going to wound. But hey, crazier things. I don't know, actually. I mean, even if we got max power here, that's 8 power total. And actually, we have to do... yeah, we're going to have +2 to the AT value of this. We don't have any auto tokens. Yeah, there's no way we're wounding this. Okay, knockdown and pull 3 is what's going to happen. Yeah, we literally can't wound this. Because we need to get 10. Max we can roll is 8. Okay, whatever. So we fail. That is going to be knockdown, pull 3. We get Rocksteady at 8 danger. Unfortunately, we're only at 6. But again, this isn't really going to matter. It's knockdown, pull 1, 2, 3. Dun, dun, dun. I think if Ascender reappears on his time anchor now, then that's just going to cause Returner to be displaced. Yeah, I don't feel like looking that up. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So that is going to go into our discard pile. And go back to this view, clear this out. Oh, we get to act like we were at Rage 5. Ooh, so we'll get a greater pass. Probably use that on the Rouse token. We're going to get Opening 2, Fire 2. Opening 2, Fire 2. I debated about using the Shalusalem since I felt like I wasn't going to wound. So it's like, oh, do I want Hope 1 or Fire 2? And I figured with how few break tokens, or we're not going to get any break tokens in here, we'll get a black. I was like, well, I'd rather have 2 Fire than 1 Hope. Let's see, what else? We get 1, 2, 3 pass, handful of motivate. We'll get a black token. First, hold on, let me not pull from the pass for my opening tokens there. We're going to have a total of motivate 3 and 3 pass, or motivate 1 and 4 pass. I'll take the motivate 3 and 3 pass. We can only really pass these opening tokens. I'll go motivate 1, 2, 3. I said very confidently. That will end Returner's turn, I believe. I'm thinking maybe we'll do Earthshaker, hopefully wound with Earthshaker, but if we don't, like, we should have plenty of attacks left this round to be able to wound here. But yeah, let's do Earthshaker. If we wound with Earthshaker, then we'll probably just end up going with Logic Breaker at some point and just getting sealed off of him and not attacking, and then maybe going with Ascender to get the last wound in, because the Ascender is going to have the bonus power from Devolver. Oh, I did forget. Not that it's really going to matter, but priority target token does need to pass to, at this point it would be on Returner. Oh, and technically, everybody should have gained a Rage. Everybody could have gained a Rage after Ascender died. So I actually missed out on rolling a red die with Returner, but whatever. There's no way I was going to wound that. That would have been, would have needed a perfect roll, basically. Flip this, re-establish your time anchor. And at the start of your turn, you get, oh wait, I can choose the order of these, can't I? I think so. So let's do, I don't think there's any reason I shouldn't do sealed first, because sealed can only potentially make, or I'm sorry, bleeding can only potentially make sealed worse, because we'd be removing positive traumas. So let's do that, and then let's expect that we are going to be getting our disemboweled here, which if we die, I'll probably end up trying to bring Earthshaker back instead of Ascender, just because, actually I don't know if that's true, because Ascender I'd need to spend a core on, so I'd probably still bring Ascender back. Heroic Life! Okay. Is that, Earthshaker got the last bonus attack, didn't he? Damn, Earthshaker. Killing it right now. You will probably die, but until then you will fight the Primordial with all your being. Immediately stand up, move up to 3 spaces, and perform a bonus attack. We don't need to move, and I'm not going to. If you deal a wound to the Primordial, you live, and you feel a new zest for life. All right, let's just set this off to the side over here. Put that there. So bonus attack A. Glad I'd not do bleeding first. I mean, this is legit, right? Because they're both start of turn effects. So it's ambiguous, so we get to choose. All right, so we're going to gain a rage. We don't have to commit. We have just the one die. We have +1, +2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need a 2 or higher to hit. And I'm just going to crit really quickly if you don't mind. That's a 7. I'm going to reroll. Come on, Moirai. Come on, dice gods. Come on. Oh, it was close. It's a 9. It's a 9. All right. I'm going to get back to being aggressive like that and trying to crit chase here, because this actually might be my last time fighting the Harpy in cycle. We'll see. Depends on how much longer the cycle goes for, but I think, I hope I'm close to the end. Okay, so we hit, we're going to get 4 red and 2 black, I think. Yeah, 4 red, 2 black. Do we get any bonus power for this attack? No, we don't. Oh, and I totally forgot about him having burden. So I don't forget about it this time. Let's just take the Ambrosia token now off of Returner. And then we'll do our roll here, or draw our BP at least. And we're going to end up having +2 to this AT value. Okay, this is not going to be easy to get. We're going to have to get 10. Wound, perform signature against the attacker, but we... this is a bonus attack, so we won't have to worry about that. Ooh, the fail effect, though, is going to be draw a Moiros card. Oh, no, sorry, Moiros card, not a Faded Nemos. I was like, I don't want to draw Faded Nemos and then just immediately die. All right, let's do one. Oh, gosh, we're counting that. I'm counting that. It was an accident. I don't care. I'm counting it, though. I'm taking it. All right, let's do another one. Okay, well, I guess that's payback. Another one. Okay, yep, this is, it's all evening out now. All right, that's good. Let's do our 2, no, I'm gonna do them one at a time here still. Okay. All right, what do we have here? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we use a black on one of these reds, and then how many rerolls do we have? Should have enough. We're basically at rage 6. So we have, we have 2 more rerolls. We're only going to use one of them. So I'm going to do black on this first red die. All right, that nailed it for us, but we're going to reroll this one too. Cool. So that's 1, 2, 3 because of black, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. True eyes realize true lies. It definitely says that on the card. Perform signature against the attacker, but fuck you, buddy. I don't listen. It's going to be a generic double wound. There's no... We're not missing a trait here, are we? Just feels weird to have, like... I feel like most Primordials, I don't know, have that, like, some kind of counter. That's not true. Not most. Actually, technically... Just barely, I think, most of the timeline Primordials at least had one. That is going to be take out the lowest BP. It's going to be a BP2. And now our BP deck is just BP3s. It's fine by me. More chance to crit. 3, 2, 1. BP3! Wow! Surprising. I'm not even showing this. I mean, AI2 has to come out. AI3 goes in. Wow. Our ultimate is literally, it must literally be the last card. Unless I've shuffled it in and I just didn't notice it. 3, 2, 1. AI3. This gets moved to... yeah, I'll just move this over there. And then our BP3 that we just wounded goes on the bottom of our BP stack. Heroic Life, I will finish resolving that after I do the Kratos tokens in the second ability window. This comes out. That all comes out. We used both fires, so those aren't going anywhere. Or, I'm sorry, those are going somewhere, and that is away. We get break 3 from our weapon. Then, oh yeah, I forgot I had assist. I wonder, assist is one of those weapons or keywords that I like almost always forget about. I feel like it would rarely help me, but I'm sure there's been some cases where maybe it could have helped. Like that attack against the, from the returner against the Harpy actually might have helped. But I think you have to get a fatigue token for that. Maybe not worth it. Break 3, rage 6 because of the rouse token. So we're gonna get 1, 2 opening, 2 black, and 2 break. 2 opening, 2 black, 2 more break. I mean, look at that pool. Oh, and then we get an opening, a hope, and a break from Time's Arrow. Opening, hope. Oh, I love having a hope. And a break. And I could have done Inspire in the first ability window, so we'll just do that now. Returner, just doing a delayed Inspire. They were just taking a quick nap. They didn't hear the attack going off at first. Those will come out, those will come out, that'll come out. And now we get to what, lose 2 danger and 2 fate. Oh, well, I'll say that I'm using 2 fate to ignore the exhaust of Devolver, so I'll just lose the 2 danger. And we lose a fate from putting 5 or more Kratos tokens in the pool. And then this card gets shuffled back into the trauma deck. Yes, get in there and just take out those disemboweled that I seem to be avoiding right now. Knock on wood. All right, now that we've resolved that bonus attack, sealed is now fully resolved. Oh, actually, I could not have even re-rolled that attack die because I couldn't have gained a fate to be able to re-roll it. Not that it mattered really, so we'll go down a fate because we could not have rolled the attack die. We'll also go down 2 more fate because we could not have used level 3 of A Night to Remember. So we're now at 0 fate. And then sealed goes away. Now we do bleeding. We go up to 2 bleeding tokens, and then we're going to have to draw. Yeah, we're still at major trauma, so we're going to have to draw 2 major traumas here. Boom, this one was on top. So that gets removed. And we got Giant Gash again on top. Isn't that the deck that I cut? Or was that the Grave Trauma deck? I don't remember. And here I think I just don't want to do anything with Earthshaker. Well, get rid of the bleeding, but I don't think I want to attack again. Because I need to get the sealed condition off of Logic Breaker, and I still need to bring Ascender back to life. So let's use our combat action to get rid of bleeding on ourselves. And then let's use our movement to unexhaust everything. And, well, I guess during our turn we can use Transient Death. We're going to have to lose a Titan from our Stoa. Where are you, Scribe? There you are. Titans. Lose a Dreamwalker. Dead. And we will, I guess I can do this. We will bring our Ascender back to life at our Time Anchor, which is going to displace our Returner. And that will end the Earthshaker's turn. Then we'll go with Logic Breaker, reestablish your Time Anchor. Boom. Okay. Reestablished, and you're not really going to be doing a whole lot. Let's just draw one of that. Oh, wait. I couldn't not have done that bonus attack with, oh shit. I couldn't have done with the bonus attack with Earthshaker because I couldn't gain rage voluntarily. Oh wait, no. I guess I can. I couldn't have gained the rage. But I still could have attacked because the rage gain isn't a cost. It's just a consequence of attacking. So I think that means I'll have to get rid of... I don't have to get rid of any tokens because I had the Rouse token in there, which brought me up to 6 rage. Okay, so good thing I did not have to use that extra power reroll because that would have been illegal. Damn, there's so much to just be like, oh, I messed that up. Oh, I messed that up. I think I'm good right now. I don't think those things have actually screwed me over. I don't think I've like done anything to meaningfully change the result of the battle here. Maybe for like some of these conditions that, like, I mean, I guess it's kind of just sealed and muffled, but maybe I should be putting them on my Triskelion so I don't forget about them. I don't know. You cannot gain the... Oh, no, okay. I was just going to resolve this one. Draw our Grave Drama. And let's see what we got. Disemboweled. There it is. Okay. You die. Shuffle this card back in the deck. Oh, I can actually use Eye of the Watcher here. I can gain a danger, which isn't going to screw me. I can discard that. Nice, and I can second chance it. All right, so we're just going to discard that and draw another one, which is you may discard all condition cards, condition tokens, and ambrosia tokens, or lose 3 fate. I'll just lose 3 fate, not that it really matters. That'll come out. Okay, can't wait to figure out what I did wrong on this turn when I'm talking about the debrief at the end of the battle. So that trauma is resolved. So now we can resolve sealed, losing 2 more fate. And I'm just going to say we're not going to use our combat action. We're just going to use movement to get our Argo Cryptex Gamma back. And we will end Logic Breaker's turn. And then we will go with our dear friend, the Ascender, who should hopefully be able to take care of business here. Our movement, is there anything that we're missing at the start of our turn? I don't think so. We do have +1 precision from our Ascend ability. +1, +2, +3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 3 or higher, and we have 2 dice. We're going to have to gain a rage and a fate. All right, and here's where I'm going to crit. Boom! That's a 9 and a 5. The 5 hits still, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. So let's re-roll this. Right? Oh, no. I can spiral this one. So I can lose a fate to re-roll it. I wonder if did I mess that up earlier? Probably. That's like actually pretty cocked, so I'm gonna re-roll that. Still 9. If it was deadly, well, I rolled 2 dice, so a 9 still wouldn't have cut it. Damn. All right. No crits. No crits. What do we got here? We do get an auto break. Hopefully not really going to matter. We're going to have to deal with +3 total to this AT value, though. So we have to get 11. But we have 1 bonus power from Devolver. We're going to roll with 2 black, and I'm going to do 5 red, right? 2 red from Devolver, 1 red from Ascender, 1 red from the Kratos table, and then another red from Death Follows. Discard that. And let's pre-roll our dice here. You know, gotta let them know what's up. These are the sides we want. We're gonna give you a lower responsibility. Let's just do this one all together. So we need 10 on the dice after our bonus power. Boom. I think we probably got it. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we beat it by like 4-ish. That's going to give us a generic double wound in our stack here, and that's going to put us at 11 wounds. Let's just put this out here just for funsies. And we have defeated the... what's your name? Your name's right in front of me. The Icarian Harpy. Just the disrespect I'm showing just by being like, dude, I don't even know who you are. Sorry, it's not you. It's me. I have a fried brain. Baby, I was born this way. Hey, there's some hair here. All right, so let's see. No cores to get. We brought the Ascender back to life, so I don't think I have to worry about that Fate Worse Than Death event. So debrief time. The battle was fine. I think that there were some, like looking back on it, there's some things I could have done better with the gear loadouts. Like having some extra second chance scattered about would have been nice. Well, no. Actually, I take that back. Because we had some other second chance. We actually just took advantage of it. Maybe putting like prototype Trespass device on Earthshaker would have been a good idea, because everybody else had second chance and Earthshaker just can't use a charge of second chance. So in retrospect, that would have been a better idea, just to kind of like spread out some of that survival ability, aka survivability. I think we had decent luck on our trauma draws. I really wish I drew that obol that I was hoping to draw. That's the first time I've gotten I think that's the first time we've had to draw an obol with danger threshold even over 18. Let's see, what else? We had to deal with a lot of muffled and sealed conditions in this fight. That was a little annoying. I mean, it was nice that we were able to successfully get rid of them. We could have gotten a lot more screwed over with our trauma draws. Like I have had a habit of drawing those paradox gaining ones. We still have the gain of paradox is still on top of our minor trauma deck right now, just staring at me in the face. We were able to keep our fate gain pretty under control too. Like even Earthshaker, who is typically going to be gaining a lot of fate. Actually, I think the thing that prevented Earthshaker from really having to gain a lot of fate was the fact that he kept getting those sealed and sealed and muffled cards. So he was never able to gain fate to use a Night to Remember, but he was able to reduce his fate a lot and keep that under control. Ascender actually we did not do a good job of that. I think that's just in large part because we had to gain a lot of fate early with Argo Cryptex Beta and using abilities at the beginning of the fight. And then because we had to gain that fatigue token, and then we get knocked down while we had that fatigue token, and we didn't have a way of, we just had to keep that fatigue token basically for 2 rounds, which kept him out of the fight for longer than expected, and he kept becoming the target of the attacks and kept gaining fate that way. So I think that was just a little bit of unluckiness there. But it still worked out. We were able to keep him at least 8 fate or under, so that way when he had to attack, he was able to. Let's see, what else to comment on? I think it was in the last fight that we used, what's the weapon that we have that allows us to ignore rapid adaptation? The Arclight Thrower. I think we used this last time, which is cool for the attacking Titan. But the downside is that you You have fewer Titans who are actually capable of moving the adaptation tokens around. And honestly, without using this, I actually just felt like I had more control over it. So I think I prefer to not use it. But that's also because we just have a lot of really good weapons. Like the Arclight Thrower, it's, it's okay. It's not my favorite. Like at least in terms of power. I mean, I think the ability, if you really like using the ability, that's the thing that is going to make you want to keep going back to it. But from a power standpoint, it's not ridiculous. But I liked having the ability to have Titans, like all 4 of my Titans being able to contribute to moving the rapid adaptation tokens around, especially with having 2 Devolvers, since they both have 2 weapon traits and you get to pick which one you want to use. It gives you some flexibility with that as well. So you don't really paint yourself into a corner as easily with, only having 1 Titan left in the Titan round and being like, well, they only have 1 weapon and only has 1 trait, and that trait's covered and I can't do anything about it. Oh, the other thing I wish I had changed in terms of gear was maybe swapping out, like maybe replacing one of these, maybe actually replacing one of the Siren masks with the Enigma of Transformation. Like I think the Quantum ends up being more valuable than the Rouse and Spiral that you get from Siren Mask. Like I don't think I actually really made use of it with Logic Breaker. Like it is very nice to pair with a weapon that has the Atlantean Oscillator on it, because you're going to be, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even showing the right screen. It is very nice to pair with a weapon with the Atlantean Oscillator on it, because you're going to be rolling extra dice anyway. So, Spiral, if you have a lot of precision, Spiral is basically just like free losing fate. But there's a lot of times where I'm like, I don't really want to risk, I don't want to lose fate just to risk not wounding a card. Anyway, that's all I got. I think those are my main thoughts. I guess, well, actually, maybe let's just talk about the Harpy in general, because this is probably my last fight with the Harpy that I'll do it all this cycle, but almost certainly it's the last fight that I'll do on camera with it. Let's pull out the ultimate. Yeah, it was the last card in the deck here. Unholy Sun. I don't think I had to. Did I have to deal with this? I actually don't think I drew this at all this cycle. Like not even in my unrecorded battles, which is nice. And I'll bet you if I had to deal with it at all, from like the moment that you saw me have to like see this card, I would probably have started using Firestarter in almost all of my fights with the Harpy. Because I remember this card being brutal. I couldn't remember the details of it. But yeah, consume all adjacent knockdown Titans. Yeah, it's a lot. Especially since I have a tendency to try to get, I mean, I think a lot of people probably play this way, but like when you're trying to get a lot of Titans attacking every turn, you're bringing your Titans in closer. That's when this card can be the most brutal. So yeah, I think if I had to deal with this, I would have been using the Firestarter more. I guess the last debrief thing that I'll cover, like we did a good job of dealing with the Devour Whole trait. Having multiple Titans with ranged and or reach weapons is great for trying to deal with that trait. Making sure you have a Titan who's going last that has motivate and reposition. That's a huge help. And then especially as you start to get more, like you have time skip, for instance, that can give you an extra bonus, or not a bonus attack, but an extra combat action. It becomes a little more bearable to say, oh, maybe I don't want to attack this round. You can make those kinds of decisions without worrying too much about extending the fight that much longer. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say about the Harpy. Fun Primordial. If you learn to deal with the bleeding and you learn to deal with, well, if you learn how to do this Primordial, then it'll be easy. No, but if you get into a habit of dealing with the bleeding early, and you get into a rhythm with thinking about your weapon traits and thinking about like the order and planning ahead with the order that you want to attack with Titans for the rapid adaptation, you're probably going to be successful. You're going to have to deal with randomness with some of the like BP responses, but I mean, that's every Primordial. I know both of these Primordials can be brutal in terms of like what if you're not prepared for them, or if you just happen to snowball your luck. More so than the cycle 1 and 2 Primordials, they can really just wreck you quickly. I've tended to have more trouble with the Hypertime Oracle. I think you've even seen that in my videos. I had the one fight that I probably should have lost, because I actually am not sure. I think the fight that I retreated, I think I didn't retreat at the right time. So I think I actually should have lost that fight and done a full wipe. But I've just had more variability with the Hypertime Oracle than the Harpy. Thank you for watching. I hope this was informational. I hope from all these fights with the Harpy, you got what you need for being able to deal with the Harpy a little bit better yourself. If you have questions, like, I'm happy to answer things in the comments. If you're not in the Discord channels, like, there's an unofficial and an official Discord server for Aeon Trespass Odyssey. And there are a lot of people who are smarter than me in those channels, who can give tips on strategies and everything. If you end up getting into like Mnestis theater battles, I'm happy to talk about that too, because I did make it pretty far in the Mnestis theater. I was able to beat the level 9 Harpy and level 9 Hypertime Oracle after just like with the cycle 3 content, not including the cycle 4 and cycle 5. I was super proud of that because that was really hard to do. So I don't remember those. Well, actually, I did write those strategies in Discord, in the unofficial Discord server. So if you're interested in that strategy for like the higher level play against some of the Primordials there, you can check that out. But if you have just general questions, I'm happy to help. Please let me know in the comments. Go in the Discord, ask there. You can ask me if you want to, like in the Discord as well. But I'm just haphazardly on Discord, and I don't always get the notifications. So I'm faster to respond on YouTube than I probably am on Discord. And there are other people who are much smarter than me and much more have a better ability to reply quickly in Discord as well. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. You rock. That outfit you're wearing right now, it's fucking killer. You look so good in that outfit. Like, nice job. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.